Kiro might be having
some kind of technical difficulty. I think maybe it might be something with this audio.
Yeah, but here he is talking to Isaiah. So Isaiah made it. Isaiah is on the stage for top 6.
Yeah.
But it's at a coach, and I think he's really enjoyed coaching at this tournament. He coached a few players, but Kiro threw out like top 16.
Yeah. So yeah, he's taking a sort of a backseat role. But that's got to be great. He's got such a wealth of knowledge to share with people. So it's really nice to see him participating and just being a part of the community.
And what better player to get Kirby advice from than Fukuro? He's over there talking to Kiyoshi.
Yeah, which is nice to see that Kiyoshi has some coaching of his own. Kapos comes over to grab Fukuro and say, "Time's up, buddy."
The Taskmaster.
Kapos, shout-outs to him. The heart and soul of the 64 community, some would say.
I mean, I was saying like a year and a half ago, Capo is one of the most underrated people in this community. I mean, he's been such a huge help at every event he's gone to, and it's always been as a volunteer. This is the first time that he was, a TO and
official staff
running the tournament.
That's great.
And now he's great. Definitely top tier human being.
Oh yeah, he never misses a stream, man. If I've got one viewer, it's Kapos, and I'm always like, great. And he's asking me to play Ness, and I'm like, what?
Jimmy Joe streaming at 3 in the morning. Kapos throwing in requests.
The next game here, do you think we're going to see any counter picking, or?
I don't think so. I mean, Kiyoshi, he was playing really well up until Kiro got that last little bit at the end that let him kind of sneak that win in. So I don't know if we'll see Kiyoshi change characters.
I'm surprised, though. I felt like maybe we'd see his Pikachu. It seems like that's been his sort of new main these days. And
yeah, I mean, if he switches to anything, it's definitely going to be that.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he went Falcon like one game last year at Genesis.
But is there any reason not to go feeling about that Pikachu? Maybe he feels more confident as Kirby.
It's possible that just from watching Kiro and knowing his own strengths that he doesn't feel as comfortable in the Pikachu, and he feels like maybe Kirby is his best chance.
Yeah.
Especially with how close that game just was.
Yeah, he had the lead for the majority of the game. But I wonder if he chose Kirby initially as like a blind pick, thinking maybe Kiro's going to go Falcon, and I don't like Pika Falcon.
Yeah,
he may like the matchup, but maybe he doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's not like we get a lot of chances to communicate with him.
No, and that's true. And so we won't even realistically we'll barely be able to find out. But
yeah, that Google Translate Japanese to English is not as reliable as I would like.
No, much better than Bing, but as we found out. So I'm guessing Kiro's going to stay Pika. He looks at me and confirms. But he looked crispy there with a huge combo at the end.
Yeah, and that's a very strong part of Kiro's game with Pika is his combo game.
Yeah, his punish is insane.
He'll take you from one side of the stage to the other, incorporating like a pivot up tilt or something to just continue the combo all the way off stage. Very solid.
Yeah, that's one of his MOs too that we've mentioned previously about Kiro's. That pivot up tilt, his technical ability, and that's something that's pretty hard to do, and he does it just so consistently and with ease. It's not like something that you ever really see him mess up. So even in neutral, he'll use it kind of nicely. When a player's doing aerial, he pivots in. Yeah, and his Pikachu as well. Most Pikachu players don't think of pivot up tilt as something they really need to incorporate into their game, especially in neutral. But I've seen him use it pretty effectively, and it sets up a lot of things.
It's kind of it's not the fastest move ever. So using it in neutral, you don't see it not nearly as much as Kirby because again the move's a little slower. But he uses it just expertly to continue combos.
Yeah, which is the primary use, of course. But
yeah. And you say pivot up tilt's difficult. I mean, geez, some of those videos we were watching last night. I mean, that was like the tech. That
from
was
2014.
Hard.
I mean, if you could do a pivot up tilt, you were, killer. You were gonna make top 6 in a tournament.
Right, and it used to be so difficult because it was like almost only keyboard players could do it.
Yeah. I mean, I remember players even like talking to Jaime in 2012. He was formulating his strategy versus Kirby. He's like, how is he going to deal with a Kirby who could pivot up tilt?
Right, and so we keep saying that it's difficult, and the reason is we can't turn off tap jump.
Yeah, if you're unfamiliar, if you play Melee or any of the other games, yeah, we can't turn off tap jump. So a lot of players, after you do a pivot, you know, if you try to up tilt, you're either going to up smash or you're going to jump and do an up
Right, you
air.
just have to barely tilt the stick up after that big pivot motion. So it can be difficult. Like anything, if you practice it enough, you'll get it.
Right, that
but
muscle
if you ever see one of these players like pivot up smash, it's because they missed the up tilt.
Yeah, and if you see a pivot up tilt and you hear us pop off, it's because it was in an impressive situation.
Yeah, that is probably like your second most famous call.
Yeah.
The pivot up tilt. I mean, nothing will beat the triple.
The triple, yeah. But we'll see Fukuro, I think, do a lot of those pivot up tilts, and he'll follow up, you know, tech chase with it.
Oh, especially if he ends up playing against the Falcon.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Could be rough.
I mean, some of his tech, you know, on platforms is just so, his play on platforms is unbelievable. From his shielding, you know, baiting them to hit him and shield and using his moves after being pushed off, and then tech chases on platforms, like centering himself as Kirby and then down smashing to cover multiple options. I mean, he's just such a master at platform play. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Fukuro has been kind of like the embodiment of that like perfect robotic Kirby.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, a lot of people, if you followed any Japanese tournaments, you had seen him play a bunch already. I mean, for years. But the first time he came over here to the States, we were in SoCal, Snosa.
Okay.
And man, he just ran through everybody. But you know, a lot of people forget he dropped a set to Mariguas.
I mean, a really good player, though.
Granted, it's a lot of people don't look at a Grand Finals reset as significant of a win.
Right, but it is. It's a set.
Yeah, I mean that's a set.
Yeah, absolutely.
So he has lost a set on North American soil. He lost that set to Mariguas, and then when he went down to South America,
to Brazil. Yeah.
He lost 2 sets to
the Peruvian
Jerem, formerly known as Gerson.
Gerson.
Yeah, I mean we're just never gonna pronounce the name right. So
no, so it's okay. But so yeah, if he's we have Alvin here, we have Boom here, so we have some other players who could potentially hit that Gerson level and take Fukuro out. But so here we go, back into it, and it looks like they're staying with their characters. We're seeing Kirby still and Pikachu.
Yeah, the only switch we see is color from Kiyoshi.
Now he's looking for blood with that red Kirby. Whew. And he strikes first and hard, not even taking damage.
That tech in close by Kiro led to the easy forward smash. I don't know if the forward smash would have reached if he had tech to the left. I think it still might have.
Was he trying to potentially DI that off of the platform?
There's also, as Pika tech in place, you have an easier time escaping with up B.
Right.
And right now, Kiro, he's just trying to DI off the platform.
Yeah, and a lot of the time players will end up teching in the same direction they're trying to DI.
Exactly.
It's a natural sort of thing, and it takes some discipline to DI one way, and then when you land, tech the other.
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh, that's a great recovery, but I guess he ledge hopped and.
Yeah, it's I think a bad habit that a lot of Pika players pick up is immediately ledge hopping after they snap to the ledge.
Right.
Just getting that quick up air out with Pika, it's such a powerful move. But if you're ready for it, you can just throw out an attack and they jump right into it.
Yeah, I think tech skill monsters in the U.S. or North American players in general, they fall victim to their own speed a lot of the time because they keep that fast pace the whole time. Snap to the ledge, hop off. And good players recognize that, you know, they go one speed and they catch them doing things like that. Oh, that's a great
Kiyoshi
follow.
misses a Z cancel. That could have been potentially another stock for him.
Yeah,
He's come out to a pretty strong lead against Kiro.
He jabbed and did a quick running plat drop down air, but that, ooh, nice down tilt there.
There you go. I mean, Kiyoshi, he could only get back